is when he won MVP, 2011.
How much?
He tore 3 ACLs.
I want to bet.
He only has 2, so think about what that means.
I want to bet $5. No, a game off Steam. A $60 game off Steam.
I've got no money.
No. This is a long term. It's not going to be anytime soon.
Okay.
That Derrick Rose will be top 5 in MVP voting. Between now and the next 5 years, he'll go back to what he was.
Who's gonna keep us to this? Because we're not gonna remember.
Go outside, talk to a woman.
No. Well, I texted a girl. It was exactly a month after we got out of school.
Pics. Did you send pics?
No, I didn't send pics, you nasty.
She sent you a pic, and then you send her a pic, and then y'all be happily ever after.
My phone cannot send or receive pictures.
What?
Yeah, you need data for that, and we don't have data. You need data to do that on Android.
Oh, well, I want this is my goal for you. This relationship goal by the end of the summer. By the end of summer, I want her pregnant.
No thanks. Let's not go there.
Oh no, we're going there. And then for me, you gotta give me a goal. What's my goal for me?
To have a girlfriend at all.
I think you're asking for a little too much there.
You were telling me to get a girl pregnant by the end of the summer, which is not going to happen.
I mean, you're already like halfway there.
For many reasons.
You're already halfway there. Her phone number is already in your phone.
There are dozens of... Yeah, you think I got that, like, correctly? I sent a dorky message over Facebook.
What did you ask her, sir?
Can I have your number?
Oh, that's not dorky.
I think you're... I would look up the actual message and read it to you,
You'd
but...
be like, you look pretty. Give me number.
And then when I asked her out, like, 2 weeks before exams, it was the worst. I'm not good with...
Oh, it's that girl. I didn't know her name was that. I thought you were talking about the other girl that has the same name. I'm like, man, that's not a great taste in women.
Wait,
all right.
What are you talking about?
I thought it was the other girl with the same name.
With the brown hair? In our German class?
I'm not talking... Wait. Now I'm confused. There's another girl with the same name? It's very hard not to... Oh, man.
Okay, let's not talk about... We need to talk about this off podcast.
Okay, could we move on to... I'll move on to something else to close off on a happy note. What did you get on your EOC, sir?
Don't know. I didn't check my grades.
Oh, you did say that. Well, it's happy for me.
Feels weird doing this over Facebook, but I like you and think you're cool, so I was wondering if I could possibly get your number. Don't do that.
I could wonder if I could plow you.
I don't... Can I ask why, though? I don't know. Seems like a good idea at the time.
No, you'd be like, hey, chick, I want to till your fields.
Oh, disgusting. I have cancer. You gave me cancer.
I want to ripen your melons.
Nope.
Peel your banana. I want you to peel my banana. By
no, that's...
Anyways.
That's a form of torture my brother came up with.
I mean...
It involves a garrote wire. Zero reason. It's like, I'm sorry for manning up and doing what we needed to do to get an A.
I remember Nick.
I hate that. I hate a lot of people.
Man, I can't
Mostly white people.
Can't wait. I mean, most people you know are white. I'm guessing.
Exactly.
So that was a relevant statement.
I walked into summer school today, and it hit me for the first time in like 3 weeks. I'm like, I'm the whitest kid these guys know. I'm the only white person here, and they all go to like 35 and McMain.
What is that supposed to mean? Are you saying 35 McMain, which are terrible schools, are predominantly black?
I'm saying they are predominantly black, but that has nothing to do with their academic standing. Or it has less to do with their academic standing than it might have sounded like I was saying. How do we get into race?
Because you was talking, you walking this.
All right,
you said something
whitest
racist.
Kid you know.
You said something really racist, and you offended everyone out there.
I didn't. Okay, one, I didn't actually say that. Two, they weren't offended. The two people that like. You said
you're gonna lynch every person at McDonald's 35 that's black. I can't believe.
I don't even go to McDonald's 35. I go to McMain for.
I don't. See. Oh. Can I come to summer school? Oh.
It was her last day today.
Oh, tell her to come back. She left a pencil on the floor. Tell her to come back. So it's not Frana. Frana came out, right? Frana came out. Wait, it's a sequel, right?
Or a spiritual successor. It's made by the same studio.
Oh, what's that dumb game that you like?
What is that dumb game, Mark?
What's it? It's not Shadow of the Colossus. It's not Ico. What's it called? I got it right here. I know the name of it.
Yeah. No, can't look it up.
I'm not looking it up, but I know what it is. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know. Whatever.
You don't like Shadow of the Colossus?
Yeah, you're on the right track.
The Last Guardian.
Yes. There you go.
Got
You
3.5. Got 3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
You think Shadow of the Colossus and Eco are dumb?
No, I never play the games. I just.
Who's Polygon Man?
Right now.
You're disgusting.
What? I mean, I'm disgusting. There's like people had like a year younger than me having sex more than I ever will.
Young's gonna be having sex?
No, I said younger than me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, where did you hear this?
On the Steam chat room.
Oh God, no. Oh God.
Anyways,
no. He's a terrible person.
he's not terrible. He's misguided. He has social ineptitude.
So misguided.
Social ineptitude that guy has.
He is a stalker, like a scary stalker.
You see, there's a difference between being a stalker and being a dedicated admirer. That's how I think he is. He really loves women. He never do anything dangerous.
Specifically the triplets.
Go back to school because I just miss those human interactions and making people laugh. You know, being in that study hall with me, you, and Kay in particular.
Ooh.
You don't know how much. You don't know how happy that made me to go in there and I know I can make her laugh every day.
Why Kay in particular? Huh?
Because he laughs at all my jokes.
That's because she.
I don't care. Don't diminish this. Don't diminish my comedy.
She's taken, Mark. She ain't.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that. This is actually the opposite. It's actual friendship. Stop being. Oh my God! You know, can I get a new co-host?
Listen, you talk about my love life almost every episode, and so I make one joke, and you blow up. I'm sorry.
I'm sensitive. I can dish it out real well. I can't take it though.
All right.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting again.
In life, and I think school is really good about giving you structure. If you follow that structure, that's one thing, but it's there if you need it.
Mark just likes the ladies.
Yeah, I like pounding at me out, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's talk about
animal abuse is not okay, Mark.
Oh dear. LeBron.
They got no, that's not Derrick Rose. That was Kyle Lowry. They had Jimmy Butler on there.
In the trash.
DeAndre Jordan, Kevin Durant, Boogie Cousins, my favorite. They got Paul George. I like him.
I love Boogie.
Oh my God, not Paul George.
Oh, because he snapped his leg.
Yes.
Don't worry, he'll be good. He won't snap his leg this time.
Let's do it again.
They fixed that problem with the stanchion being too close, so it won't happen again. Hopefully.
And hopefully he drinks his milk.
Nope.
Okay.
No, milk had nothing to do with that one. There was no way that wasn't gonna snap.
Oh my God.
We should watch that.
No.
That and the Kevin Ware one, super cut on top of each other.
We should just have that a gif of that going the whole podcast instead of this gameplay.
And then we could have that quarterback that snapped.
Joe Theismann.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, we should go to the that landmark.
Okay, cool. If you live in New Orleans, which all of you do for now,
no.
hit me up. Let's go on some poke exploration, guys.
No. What you really need to hit us up with, you need to go to our Gmail, G.T.O podcast@gmail.com.
Do not suggest they send us any sort of pictures. That's illegal. The reason we're doing this so early is I've got stuff to do tomorrow around the time we would normally be recording, so...
Like what, huh?
Super Smash Brothers tournament.
Where?
At my church.
Oh, for playing for Jesus, smashing for Jesus. Oh, who are you gonna be maining? Or are you gonna be like Game & Watch? Right?
No. I think it's SSB4, so depending on if they have all the DLC, probably Ryu.
Oh, I haven't played the new one yet. I don't know anyone that has a Wii U and Smash Brothers.
Henry does.
Like I said, I don't know anyone who has a Wii U and Smash Brothers.
So I haven't paid attention to everything that's been going on because I have a life.
That's not true.
That's definitely not true.
Alright, why? Why would they retcon that?
Well, because one, who's the mother?
That doesn't matter.
That's a little disconcerting to think about. And I don't know, just they probably didn't like it like that. It's bad enough you have to think about Bowser having sex when you imagine where Bowser Jr. came from.
You don't have to think
Not
about
8
it.
times.
There's a little thing called Route 34.
A lot of people do. Okay, Mark. I filmed it both times.
No, I mean your stuff. If you want to go see that, you go check it out on YouTube. put a link in the description if you want to. That was actually pretty good.
Which one?
I don't remember which one. The one you were like,
Was I in a dress?
No, you were not.
Okay, so it was freshman year.
Yes, I like the one I watched. Anyway, I didn't have to film mine. We just had to reenact it in class. But we also had to make that Photoshop picture, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Alex Dufresne didn't make one.
Oh, yeah, Dufresne.
That guy was such a character. Like, why aren't you doing your work? You have straight D's. Why do you keep playing Splash Down 64 or whatever? He's like, all he does is play N64 games, not even good ones. Playing like, it was Rave Racer 64.
Yeah.
And he just, like, he was supposed to print out the poster for a project like the week before, so he make sure it's all done.
Yeah.
So he came out the day of, doesn't have it.
It's like, nah.
Didn't even start photoshopping it. He just got some pictures and.
I could probably make a cheap one on like Google Drawings in like 20 minutes.
He made one. He ended up making one by the end of class. I never saw it. As soon as it was done, the bell rang. I left because I'm not able to sit here and I guess it went well. I don't know what he did. I never talked to him about it because I
just left.
I'm just gonna close this chapter of my life, and I think I got a B on it.
Yeah.
So I think I did good enough.
Or somebody did somewhere.
I feel like every project I'm in, like it's a group project, it's just a train wreck. I remember.
Yeah.
So second year, sophomore year, we had to do that presentation on religions. It was we had Buddhism, and I had Jack Wayne.
For Merson?
No, for.
Or for World History?
Cypher.
Oh.
And I had Buddhism. I had Jack Manson, the basketball player.
Oh.
He's pretty. No. He's
cool.
He's a good worker.
He was in my homeroom.
He's a good worker. I don't have to worry about him.
He's solid guy.
I had Jack Wayne is the problem.
Oh, yeah. Wait, John Wayne?
John Wayne, whatever. Who cares? His name's Dickhead to me. I hate that guy.
Fair enough. Did you continue?
What? Did he get locked up, suspended, expelled?
Did you hear about the thing he did earlier this year?
Yeah, I was there. We were all there.
No, the texting thing.
Yeah, we were all there. Oh yeah, you weren't. I was right next to him. I heard it. I heard all the little drama. We could talk about that later.
Yeah, that was.
Anyways.
Yeah, go on.
He. I remember. I think we had like a good month to do the project, and he kept hassling me that first week. Oh, you need to start working on the project. You need to start working on the project. I got like a bunch of stuff that's due this week. He said, all right, you better start working on the project though. Like, all right, I'm in for something.
How about you start working on the project, John?
I mean, he did. He's a phenomenal guy. He did like 75% of the project, and then he redid all the stuff that Jack did. This guy, if I did any work, he was gonna redo it anyway. So then, I guess in the end, it really didn't matter. But I remember he told me something. He just kept nagging me. About the second week, I'm like, no, I'm not working on it. You could do it. If you want to be such a bitch about this project, you could go do it.
Okay, let's calm down.
I mean, I'm being honest. That's what I told him, and never talked to him after that project, and everything was cool.
He's a very particular individual.
I don't like that guy. Anyway, we had that presentation. It was so awkward. I printed out the outline that he had on Google Docs for, I don't know why, because if I was him, I wouldn't have shared that Google Doc with me. I contributed nothing. We both were stuck in our ways, but I think in the end I was wrong, so I did not work on it, and I end up I think I got like the same grade as everyone else.
You're still there.
And it was awkward. So I came in with the outline. We presented, and he even like let me do my part that I didn't do. Like, what a nice guy. I hate your guts right now, but you shouldn't be letting me doing this. You should let me fail. What is wrong with you? But I thank him for that. Now looking back on it.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I was still angry. For some reason. So we got back our peer evaluations, and I wrote 2 paragraphs complaining about him, and he didn't write anything for me. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm realizing that now. That I'm just such.
You're entirely in the wrong here.
I'm entirely in the wrong. I'm just too prideful, Sam. I'm just too prideful. For good reason. I'm just a great person, but I'm just too prideful.
Debatable.
Too prideful. Anyway, that's my story. I feel like the more and more I reflect, the more and more I start to.
Yeah, every time you think back on things, they just get so much worse.
Yes.
The further back you go.
I regret my decisions. I start to hate myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then I start looking at that kitchen knife. So looking at that butcher knife, and my mind just started wandering anyway. Oh, he forfeited.
Oh, shut up.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess everyone would know because they'll see you playing the game. Oh, you got the... That means you have chlamydia if you got the fire starter.
Not necessarily.
Anyway.
Who hasn't had chlamydia? Let's be honest. Type in the comments if you had chlamydia. Oh, I haven't.
I haven't.
Okay.
I'm not...
Took you a little...
I had to think about it. Anyway, those things. I'm just a guy who makes bad podcasts.
Wait, so who was in this class? Like, who asked you? What you did?
Mr. Gonzalez.
Baby Guns?
Yes, the younger of the two.
What'd you do this summer? I made a podcast.
Yeah.
How many people laughed?
No one laughed. It was very
Respectful?
very silent. And then he asked me, what was my expectations for this year? And I said a B. And then some people laughed.
Yeah.
But he looked angry because I said, you also want to learn, right? I'm like,
No.
yeah, I guess.
Not.
And then he's like, so you want to reverse that order? And I said, if you want to do that, you can. And I felt bad because I made a bad first impression. I'm a video gamer that doesn't care about school. Look what I did. I'm a douchebag, Sam.
Yeah, you are. No offense.
No offense, but I'm a douchebag. Supposed to say, no, Mark, it's okay.
It's not okay.
Like, if you had to have some level of success, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Like, if you got 0 MVPs, 0 All-Star, if you're just a bad player, you gotta have some type of acting.
Well, I had DJ Mabanga as my number 4.
He's up there with... There's only a few players who have ever averaged 30 points a game, and he's done it
Allen
several
Iverson. Dude sucks.
He's done it several
Kobe
times.
Bryant, he sucks.
All right, man.
He's not on anyone. He better not be on any one of y'all top 10s.
We get it. You hate the Chuckers, man. We get it. We nobody gonna win this argument.
They're basically...
Because I'm not letting it go. Hakeem's better.
All right. Number 3.
My number 3 is LeBron James.
Oh, my. What?
This is purely out of spite, so I don't have MJ on here.
Alright, man.
You're not even a casual fan. Like,
I just stopped caring when I got to my top 3.
Number 3, LeBron James.
explain yourself.
I can't. I stopped caring.
Alright.
Just threw a name
All right,
up
my
there.
number 3. I mean, I think
This is a joke.
you'll start laughing as well. But how I'm supposed to pass up a guy? How I'm supposed to pass up a guy who scored 100 points in the game?
Oh, man.
Let me get these stats for you. He averaged 30 points,
I don't want to hear about Will Chamberlain overly inflated stats.
23 rebounds.
I don't want to hear it. They was taking like 300 shots a game.
Did he play all 48 minutes?
Yes, he played.
Did he average 49 minutes on one season? Even though it's 48 minutes.
Such a joke.
These
dog.
things are all true, but I think he's still number 3.
He's still number 3. So basically, you couldn't think anybody else.
No, I legitimately think he's number 3 of all time.
All right. So who's number 2, LeBron or Michael Jordan, Mark?
Let's say our ones first. Sam, you go first. Say your one first.
No.
No, go ahead.
Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Roberts.
The big guy.
I'm surprised Sam didn't say Will Chamberlain.
There's no suspense with this because Michael Jordan's not on the list, right? He is?
Yeah, no, he's not. Not at all.
He's not.
Michael Jordan's not on the list.
Who's number 2?
Y'all heard my signs, man.
Talking that going on. So when you say personalities, who says there's a lot of personalities in that room? For one, I feel snubbed because I feel like I'm the major personality. I'm the one with the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm the cool guy.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm the big winner, Sam.
You're the big winner.
Well, thank you. I'm the big winner. Yep.
The weather. Did he just say the weather is much terrible up ahead?
Yep. It seems like you already have Pokemon. How about testing the battle? Oh,
No.
Yes. Wait, I didn't heal my... Don't worry if you defeat one. Okay, we're good.
Alright, yeah, fair.
Alright, I'm ready.
Something special. A surprise. The salty
Stop. No hidden items, I don't think. Whoa. You need to go back to advanced map, buddy. Fix that out.
10 out of 10.
Oh, I'm about to say I'm stuck. Anyways, I just moved here from Joderies. You saw that? It referenced another game.
Multiverse.
Well, it's a universe. That's
I do not care anymore. What do you have on this list?
That's an odd list.
Oh, got Big Cat, Carl Anthony Towns.
Oh,
He's 88.
Perfect.
88, wow.
88. Perfect.
See, he's a rookie, and you're not gonna say he's overrated.
Because he had like the best rookie season of all time.
88. I'm 68.
I don't think
Guy's
he's earned 88
garbage.
yet. I'd give
Okay,
him-
85.
I'm
I'd give him 85.
putting $1,000 down. I'm betting in Vegas. He's gonna break both his knees the first game of the season.
I will literally stab your throat. I will break that lamp over your head and stab you with the shards.
So we can talk about this.
Busted MCL, ACL, broken kneecaps.
You like having a life?
He's gonna get the Teddy Bridgewater injury on both of his
Oh,
legs.
don't go there with him. Sounds about. He's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's
you're
gone.
gonna witness a murder.
In the lower part of his leg, like that bone is gonna go into his leg artery. And it's gonna bleed out on the court.
You know how you don't have many friends, and you were so scared when Dantes and I were leaving?
I
You
do
said you weren't
have
gonna any friends.
many friends. They're just
You
not
were-
good
I'm your
friends.
friend, Mark.
It's not good friends.
That's how you make good friends, is by not aggravating people. Talking about cutting open their femoral arteries.
That's what you're talking about, Sam.
I wasn't talking about a femoral artery. I was
You
talking
were
about,
talking about murdering him.
his carotid artery. Okay.
I'm not
Sir,
saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying I had a dream last night, and it definitely happened in my dream. And
Did you know dreams are a window into the subconscious?
So Mike Conley's at 85.
That
I'm moving on to the nightmare team.
Nightmare.
So I explained this last week. I'm gonna read this thing again now. I wrote this whole couple pages. What nightmare team is to me? So we're gonna go over this. The nightmare team. Everyone knows about the '92 Dream Team. All the NBA stars at the time, like Jordan, Bird, and Magic, were on it. Even college legend Christian Laettner was on the team. They beat every country comfortably because of their sheer talent and unrivaled adjective leading to their gold medal win. Few Olympic teams have been considered close to this one's raw talent. But with the declining importance of Olympic basketball and like lack of interest because we blow out a lot of games, it's kind of been different this year, but people really don't care. So let's trot out a team that might cause a little suspense, a little closer games.
Do they have to be American born?
Yeah, my teams are not.
It doesn't have to be American born because it's you don't. That's not a qualification, I think, because Kyrie Irving played on the U.S. team and he's from Australia. So it depends if you identify as American, basically.
I'll just assume that everyone in the NBA identifies as an American.
So, yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the nightmare team, a team that can never win a game because they're too stupid, out of shape, incessantly injury prone, or plain bad. A team like this can only be led by a basketball mastermind and leader of men, Kurt Rambis.
Oh, Kurt Rambis.
So
He's your boy.
his .196 win percentage, coupled with his great taste in Twitter pornography accounts, showed that he can relate to players. He's been to the lowest of lows, coaching for the sorry Knicks after Derek Fisher was fired. He also can relate to those lonely times on the road. Sometimes you just gotta whip out that Magic Johnson, clutch it out to some old Twitter pornography.
Or
As a,
don't.
What?
as a coach,
Just don't.
you can really teach them about ball movement. So, there you go.
All right.
A point guard, I'm going to start out with my starting point guard, is 2013 Derrick Rose. You might tell me that's the wrong year, but
No, that's the right year.
he may have a torn ACL and he can't really walk, got to walk with crutches, but he wants to represent his country. It took Kurt Rambis little convincing to put Derrick on the team, even though he really can't walk or run, but he's going to try his hardest. He's eating a little out of shape, but it doesn't matter. During practice, they had a scrimmage where he was trying to play defense, but he got crossed and fell hard out of his crutches. He dropped his crutches, which tripped Anthony Bennett, that's a spoiler, and Anthony Bennett and his elbow crushed Derrick Rose in the face, breaking his orbital bone, and he has to sit out, but he insists on staying in the game. So he tapes his eyelids shut so the eyeball doesn't fall out. And he keeps trying to play. So we're gonna move on to game time. Oh, did I mention these Olympic Games are in Somalia this year?
Wow.
So it's versus Somalia.
Still better than Rio.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
I think it's just as bad. This is one of the most dangerous countries on earth.
Yeah, but like Rio had a lot more health hazards.
And
If you just avoid getting shot in Somalia, you're pretty good.
getting your
As long as you don't
throat
get
cut
shot.
open or something. Or getting your house cut on fire or something. Anyway, I'm going to start with the game. The jump ball, it's the jump ball and it comes toward him, but as he tries to get it, it's snatched up by Faisal Aiden. He's a Somalian player. And he scored, one time he scored 54 points in a summer league game or something. But he never got signed by NBA team, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, he attempts a 720 dunk on Sean Kemp. Another spoiler. As the game progresses, Kurt Rambis realized that Derrick Rose is just crutching in circles at midcourt while everyone passes him by because he can't keep up with the game and takes him on after 12 minutes. So that's him. My next guy, my shooting guard, is O.J. Mayo. If you heard the news recently, you know where this is going. His abhorrent defense is only rivaled by his addiction for hard drugs. Recently, he has been dismissed from the NBA for using cocaine, LSD, heroin, codeine, morphine, and PCP.
That's all.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, for sure. And with his years of experience, makes him a hardened veteran, pun intended. And he can pull the team through the inevitable 50-point blowout to Spain by sharing his legendary collection of drugs. From a basketball standpoint, all he can really do is shoot corner threes, if that, due to his unavoidable 50-pound weight gain, because he has no incentive to stay in shape. Before he gained like 20 pounds before a couple years ago, so it's part of his character. I know it's going to happen. With all that said, he demands to play 38 minutes per game in a 40-minute game, or he just won't play. Which Kurt Rambis, you think he would say, okay, he's not going to be on the team, but obviously he loves him. He'll become a fan favorite due to his everyman body. His 250-pound body, everyone will love him. Anyway, Ron Artest is next. You might say, no, his name is Meta World Peace. Well, he's coming back. He's making a return as Ron Artest to get revenge on a guy who threw a beer at him at the Master of the Palace. You know about that?
Oh, yeah.
Of course we do.
It started with a guy throwing a beer at him, and he just got mad and started wailing on people. But instead of tracking this person down and wailing on him in his personal time, he wants to join a team to seek out vengeance. Because for some reason, he doesn't think logically. So he's just doing it. He's blinded by his fury. So he joins the Olympic team.
He's calm fury.
And as soon as the fourth quarter clock hits 45.9, he runs into the crowd with a broken beer bottle and starts slicing fans for a good 5 minutes before Somalian security realize what's going on.
Okay, is this where we're gonna go?
Security tries to pry him off, but they can't from Ron slitting fans' throats for another 15 minutes. After that, approximately 155 fans are killed, and one guard whips out a .22 Flaubert pistol. This is as a single shot pistol, and it's one of the least lethal guns on planet Earth, so it's not going to kill you in one shot. Anyways, they shoot 13 shots, half of them miss because the guy has poor eyesight. Poor him. But he did suffer multiple gunshot wounds to the appendix. He had plenty of time to live because of the appendix and not much blood flows there. But he kept throwing multiple backhands at people that are trying to help him. Eventually, they all left because, like, screw this guy, he doesn't want help. And he kept rapping his song "Go Loco," the EP, repeatedly for the next 90 minutes as he bled out at the scorer's table. Ron will rest in peace. Sean Kemp is my power forward, and this is a 98-99 Sean Kemp, which was 350 pounds. It was after the 98 lockout, and he thought the season wasn't going to happen, so he just thought, okay, I'm just going to gain all this weight, and by the time the season come around next year, I'll shed it all off. But little did he know, the season started in December or January.
Yeah, December.
So he came out to camp really out of shape, and they were like, man, that's really disappointing. So he really can't jump as high as anymore. Things that really made him special, he just can't do anymore besides pass. So on this team, he's acting like he's a regular person, but he really can't do anything. He's not getting as high on his dunks. He's bricking dunks now. He got one wedged into the side of the goal. It's just a disaster. He's really embarrassing. One time, he ripped his pants trying to go for a loose ball, and it's just sad. So we're going to go on to our center. Enough of that guy. This is a legend of the team. We're building this team around this guy, Kwame Brown.
Ooh.
You might call him a bust, but I call him a legend. You see, this is what happened when you got that doo-doo guy, Michael Jordan, coaching your player. Look, he ruined him for his first couple years. It took him until he got to the Lakers to be actually good. But, you already know what Kwame Brown is about, so we're going to skip him. My sixth man, I know you know about this guy, Sam.
Mush? No, Johnny Flynn.
Anthony Bennett. Johnny Flynn is like dead or something, right?
Nah, he's around.
I keep thinking,
Anthony Bennett's good though. Have you
What?
seen him in the Pan Am games? He can be really
who's
good.
he playing against?
Actual players?
No. Other than the NBA.
He's good in the international scene, is what I'm saying. So in the Olympics,
Patty
he'd
Mills is
actually-
good against the international scene. He scored 30. All right, whatever.
Patty Mills won the finals for the Spurs that last year.
What? No, he didn't. I just thought about that. He obviously
He had
did
some
not.
clutch threes. Yeah, he did.
All those games are blowouts. What are you talking about?
Maybe we're thinking about the wrong one.
The 2014 finals?
Who knows?
That's the last finals they won.
Not the last one.
That was
But,
the.
you know, I mean that was the last one, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well,
Just
Anthony Bennett's
move
my
on.
sixth man,
Alright.
No.
and he's really good. I mean, I'm just gonna let that one speak for itself. But DeMar DeRozan, this guy, you know, I hate
DeMar,
DeMar DeRozan. Like, what? He's on the actual U.S. team.
he's actually good.
He shouldn't be, and he's not good. He tricked you. He tricked you all. He's terrible. He misses almost all of his shots,
Kobe Jr.
and he's always taking dumb mid 20-foot fadeaways, and we all know how terrible that shot is. So, but before even practice could start, he missed. He missed, but it wasn't the ball this time. He tried smoking a joint, and he tried to light up the joint, but he missed the joint, lit up his clothes, lit himself on fire, and he died.
Are you gonna do a creative writing project for every player?
Well, for some of them, I got a couple left. So he's dead. That's two dead people.
Wow.
I put Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant together because they're both decomposing carcasses when it comes to basketball, and they're back to relive their glory days to get another gold medal for the land. But Kurt Rambis is having none of it. He only gives them 5 minutes each to prove their worth, and they keep jacking shots no matter what. They're out of shape. They can't run up the court. And they just keep missing every shot. In one game, they go 0 for 40 each of them in 5 minutes. So explain to me how that happened. Anyway, we're going to move on to what some people would say is the worst player in NBA history, Javaris Crittenton.
Oh, I've heard of him.
So he's been temporarily released for prison because last year he went to prison for manslaughter for 23 years. But he's been a good kid. So he got released for the Olympic Games. He's gonna get taken back in after the Olympic Games. But when Rambis saw him, he said he won't start. So Javaris brought a gun to practice and threatened, like, if you don't get my starting lineup spot, I'm gonna shoot.
How many of your players have guns?
Oh,
Yeah, Mark, I think there's a bigger problem here.
well, I mean, these players are crazy. It's bad culture in the
The
NBA.
players.
Anyway, he threatened to kill the whole team, but a brick shot by Kobe hits him in the face and knocks him out to the ground. And then Kwame Brown came over to retrieve the gun out of his cold hand, but he fumbled it and shot Javaris in the face. But it wasn't a lethal shot, it was like in the mouth area. So he had like a couple minutes to live, I guess. No, that's not what it says. Wait, isn't that what it says? Oh, he shot him in the heart, so he bled out. But as he kept bleeding out, he kept getting pelted by Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant bricks, killing him before the blood flowed out of his body. Poor him. Rest in peace.
What's wrong with you?
Eddie Curry's on my team, and because I need a guy with good size. I need a
Oh, that's not
7-footer. 7-footer that's 350 pounds. Because I can't get Shaq on. He's too old. But Eddie Curry, he's still like 30-something years old. He can still play, I guess.
Yeah.
And Kendrick Perkins is going to be my 12th man. I need a guy that can go in and beat somebody up. You know, he plays like he's not beating people up, but he's actually being pretty rough. I need a guy who can give me 6 fouls. But the thing is, I'm trying to use my fouls in the game as a coach. But Tom Donaghy is my referee, so he's not calling any of the fouls I'm trying to do. So all Kendrick Perkins is doing, he's like ripping people's heads off and stuff, ripping arms out of sockets, and no one's calling the fouls. It's a really bloody game. Anyway,
Sounds like it.
that's my nightmare team. I'm going to make this in 2K, and we're going to simulate a whole season with them and see how many games they win. Well, the reason I bring it up, because when you bring up pansexual, people are like, oh, you like to have sex with dogs? That's how the people on the internet are. That's what
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Although the example I heard was goats, because the Greek god Pan was half goat.
Oh, right.
But Pan means all.
Or across.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, so something a lot of people, dissenters of the LGBT community, need to understand: a sexuality and a kink are not the same thing. a kinkster does not belong in the LGBT community. Someone who is into BDSM, for example, doesn't necessarily belong in the LGBT community if they're straight and cis.
Who's drawing that connection? I never thought it was two the same thing.
Yeah.
Pedophiles are drawing that connection mainly.
Because they want to.
I'm not joking, actually. There's this group of people. They call themselves the virtuous pedophiles, and but what they mean is, even though they feel that sexual attraction toward children, they don't act on it.
Okay.
And they view this not acting on it as being virtuous. Although I would argue that not having sex with children is something you're supposed to do.
That's a baseline
regardless
thing.
of virtue.
Like, I could kill you, but I'm not doing it, so I'm a great person. Jeez.
So all the fingerprints off the outside, and then I go scrape up fox poop, and then I go scrape up bobcat poop, and then I go scoop up, because you can't describe that as scraping, otter poop, which is all liquid, all of it. And there's all these little like carrot chunks in it, because they eat like a lot of carrots, and they don't digest carrots very well. So you get these little like, it looks like diced carrots, like if you were to filter it, and it's disgusting and it smells just awful.
Do you filter it and feed it back to them?
No. They eat mostly carrots and seafood.
Are we done here?
Wait, Aries, this is a place where you could say something like a message that you want everyone to hear. So you want to leave us with a lasting message?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. So you take that with you throughout your day? I was looking up guns, because that's what I do. I'm interested.
Why would you do that?
I was looking up like an M14 for sale, an M1 Garand for sale, going on these websites. I'm like, I wonder how fast it would be
At school?
for me to be on the watch list.
You were doing this at school?
Yes.
Mark, Anthony, David.
I know it's irresponsible, but I wonder what would happen. Nothing happened though. And now people think I'm weird, apparently.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you're kind of
Guns
weird.
are cool. Nothing wrong with guns. Guns don't kill people.
Guns don't kill people. Bullets kill people. Let's
Hey.
get that through our heads.
Yeah, it's not malicious. Nothing to cry over. It's fine. And it was
Yeah.
fun. And I think we won one game, lost one game, so whatever. After that was a tug of war. I was in this one. I was the anchor on the tug of war rope. They told me to take my shirt off, and I happily did. I had an undershirt on, but they say, Mark, you might have to take your shirt off to use it as gloves, because they ran out of gloves. But good. I don't know how to use a shirt as gloves, which is kind of arduous.
Put it over the rope and hold it.
Yeah, this seemed kind of arduous though. So I was able to get some football gloves from my boy Mike, which were pretty tight on me. But anyway, it gave me a good grip, and I was able to anchor that rope. What else? And we won. We beat the sophomores and the juniors, which the first one was kind of easy. It took us about like 5 seconds to pull them back. The second one was contentious. There was controversy over this one because we were about to win the first match, but the people walked on, the juniors that we were facing, their class walked onto the field and they said, nope, redo, you can't, I mean, even though it didn't affect the game, they still said a redo, and we had a very good chance in losing because everyone was tired after that. We put our hearts out on that game we was about to win. We were inches away from winning, and they said, no, redo it. And they had, like, the juniors have some really big, strong guys on their team, Crawford.
Yeah.
That guy is jacked.
Yeah.
He's even more jacked than he was last year. He has muscles on his muscles, and his muscles on his muscles have muscles, and he has muscles on his eyeballs. He can, whatever. He's really strong. And then that Donovan, you might know him. He just gets stronger. He looks like LeBron, a 190-pound version of LeBron. Anyways, so it took us like a good minute to win that one, but we, like, at the beginning, like, everyone fell down besides me. I'm like, if I fall down, we definitely gonna lose. So I just dug my feet in as hard as I could, and I didn't want to be embarrassed because everyone expected me to win. And we pulled through though. Like, it was really tough, and my body still hurts from playing that game. My hip hurts, my right arm hurts. I feel like I played football. Like I played in a football game because, like, weird parts of my body hurt for some reason. So that felt great because as soon as we won, everyone rushed the field and started like, yes. It was like a rush of euphoria. Everyone was patting me on the back, giving me dap. It was awesome. It was like I did something good in my life for once that everyone saw. And then then he sang like over Halloween, which we got the actual orchestra to play, and you could tell
And they were not.
they were not ready. Like what were y'all doing? Just play like some audio from your phone or something, like everyone else did. You don't have to go all overboard. Like that sucked. And they were playing the organ, like to make it like, because that's a scary instrument, I guess, which was fine. Until we played the next song, we were doing a Beyonce song, which was supposed to be like really sad and supposed to make you feel for us and like get all sentimental about our time here, and it just didn't do that. Like we had to start the song over like 3 times because they kept starting like playing before us or being offbeat. It was just a train wreck. And then when we were in the middle of the Beyonce song, which was also a train wreck, it just wasn't good. The whole junior section was holding up L's and waving back and forth. Like we were waving our phones with the flashlights on, and they were just waving L's back and forth. And I was just sitting there with my mouth wide open like, wow, we really suck.
First off, y'all copied that cell phone thing from the seniors last year.
Yeah. We're not original, and we're not that smart or creative. I'm mad, though. I'm mad because I was sitting with Kay and Aries, and Kay was able to stay back in a classroom for the second half of the day.
Yeah, she was with Batson Henry. She was with some friends.
And with Laura. I'm like,
cards.
I kind of like, at first, I was like, man, why didn't she just bring me? Like, Laura was there singing Hamilton for 3 hours. Thank God I was not there.
Glad I got turned away at the door.
So I avoided that, but I had to sit through like 5 different dance teams dancing. I'm like, I do not want to see this. I'm tired of like the same people just shaking their ass all the time. Like, I do not want to see this.
Pick your poison. You want to sit through Spirit Day or sit through Hamilton, sung by Laura.
And then you had the dance team, you had the cheerleaders, you had the cheerleaders do like some type of skit. They had the majorettes, which I didn't even know we had. We have 3 majorettes at the school.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know either. And then like one of them dropped the stick, they dropped the baton. I'm like, that's the one thing as a majorette you just can't do, because none of us know what's a good majorette, like what a good majorette looks like. We know what a bad one looks like, and that's it. You just dropped it. Like, she looked so mad that she dropped it. I feel bad for her, but that's alright. We moved right on to basketball, which the seniors won all 3 games against the juniors, the sophomores, and the faculty. And for some reason, these old faculty members keep like bringing these games to it came down to a game-winning shot which Jack hit. Like they were playing good basketball, all ball cuts, screening. Like the only reason they lost is because they have this like accountant that like you don't really see her on a day-to-day, but she's like a accountant for the school. She's the one that takes care of like all the money when like school fees and all that stuff, and the payment plans and all that. But she has a bad jump shot.
Miss Sharif?
I don't know if that's her name.
Blonde?
Yeah.
Skinny?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Works in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
She's cool.
She just took one too many jump shots. If not, like if we gave that to somebody else, they probably would have won. And you know who I hate though? Coach Ryan. He is always playing like there's NBA scouts in the room.
He the tall white guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't do it this game. Like he wasn't that bad this game. But when we played with him in PE, like in PE 4 and PE 3, he is elbowing, tripping people, like just being a bad teammate. Like whenever he pass you the ball and you miss a shot that you probably wouldn't have made, like or you shouldn't have made. Like, what the hell are you doing or whatever? Like, he just like that guy. You're that guy. Like, dude, you're like 30-something years old. We're like a bunch of teenagers. Like, you're double our age. Leave us alone.
You're playing people who are mostly going to peak in high school. Let's calm down.
I mean, he peaked in high school. I mean, that's why you need a college education, kids. Because you don't want to, like, tear your ACL and lose all that scholarship money and not go to the NBA. Or you can just cry about not being a paid athlete in college. You can do that, too.
Or you could, like, die.
And that's always an option, implicit.
No college. No student loans if you don't live.
And the other players they were playing was the Principal Jackson, which he actually he made a couple wide open jump shots and actually made layups this game. Had a pretty good game. And then Coach Allen, the Hall of Famer. He played for
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame for UC Santa Barbara. He is the second in the school for steals all time, and he only played 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's the Hall of Fame for that. So he was ripping people because he's a legend at that. So I mean, and he was making threes. He was doing everything. He was playing pretty good, but somehow Jack was 0 for 8 going into the last possession because all they're doing was chucking threes. They weren't driving or anything. I mean, Andre made 2 or 3 threes.
Threes wins games. Threes win games.
Not good. Open threes win games. You shouldn't be taking contested pull-ups.
Half court shots win games.
I mean, sometimes if you're Baron Davis. I mean, anyways, he pulled up. They had the ball for a good 20 seconds. But since there was no shot clock, they could just hold the ball as long as they want. And what I hate is that they didn't pass. They didn't set a screen. It's so easy. It's so easy to just set a screen and get separation. And the game was tied, so you could have won on a layup, but no, you want to pull up from 3 in front of the Hall of Famer. The Hall of Famer, his thing is that he averaged 3 steals, and in every game he averaged at least 3 steals. And you want to pull up right in his face. This guy is awesome, and he nails it because I guess eventually he has to regress to the mean, and he finished the game 1 for 9. The people are just gonna remember the game-winning shot, which is sad. And also in the earlier game we were playing the juniors, Cameron threw the ball between Donovan's legs, caught it, and then did a contested finger roll against this really tall white guy, and the whole crowd went wild. Which was something. And
see that I wish I could have seen.
And Donovan got a chase down block on Jack.
I don't know any of these people.
But I was really excited because I love when Donovan plays. He plays with so much aggression. I love it.
What you marry?
Rock Socks keeps your feet stiff so you don't whiff. We use Semen technology to form a rock hard base to support your feet. With this strength, we can support the biggest of losers. 300 pounds, slight work. 400 pounds, no problem. 500 pounds, we can handle it. 600 pounds, Jesus, but we can still handle it. 700 pounds, okay, buddy, you can't even walk. And every sock is made with love by my father, brother, cousin Billy Bob's hands with some inspiration from Playboy magazine. So you don't have to worry about machine malfunction, just Billy Bob's refractory period. And if you contract an STD within the first 90 seconds of your purchase, we'll give some of your money back. Rock Socks keeps your feet stiff so you don't whiff.
What the hell is wrong with you, Mark?
Or you turn it off.
You are just a crazy person, Mark. What the hell was that?
No one wanted to do anything. No one wanted to participate, and everyone was just gloomy. It took my energy away. It was just crazy. In math class, people were person said, "You said we could use a calculator in this test," and she was like, "No, you can't use a calculator in this test." But at the beginning of the year, you said you could use a calculator test. And he said, "Well, no, you can't use one in this test." But the calculator at the beginning, and they kept going back and forth, and she kept saying, "No, no." I'm like, "Shut the hell up, dude. We're not using a calculator. You don't need it." Oh my God, I just hate people. Why do you insist on being ignorant like this? You don't need a calculator. You're dealing with with graphs. You don't need a calculator. It's just simple factoring, you idiot. You're not even gonna use your freaking calculator anyway. I don't know. People are just so disrespectful for the teachers. Do you have no home training? I don't know. I thought I was bad.
Well, that's because we were raised in a society where if we just complain just enough, we'll eventually get our way.
Yeah, I've been working for the most part. I say that.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I haven't lived extensively in other places, but there is so much trash on the ground. Yeah. You'll even try. Most of these dumpsters are completely empty. So y'all not trying. And I don't know if it's still there. When I lived in this apartment the first time, they had the dumpster all the way to the in the corner over there. Wow. All that's in it is condom wrappers. So I don't believe that. I don't know how to interpret that one. Anyways, I was walking to a bus stop, just stepping on stuff, and it's really disgusting. It's a swamp just full of trash. And when we got down to the bus stop, we saw a guy in a red shirt, some gray pants, and he was talking or whatever, talking about some hood stuff, whatever the hood kids talk about. This guy's like grown man or whatever,
Right.
and he was smoking cigarettes, and he's talking about bumming cigarettes off people. I'm like, okay, I smell like cigarette smoke, so okay, cigarette's a regular cigarette. So I'll take the secondhand cigarette smoke for like 5 minutes till the bus comes, and then he starts talking to this lady. Out of nowhere, he just pops out a little like not a Ziploc bag, but like Saran wrap,
Like a-
little thing of cocaine.
Uh-huh.
Like, wait, that's not gold medal flour. That's not. They're not dealing sugar. And like, I just see like you're doing it so casual. Like there's literally 3 kids about to go to school. You're doing this right in front of me. Like you don't have the decency to go behind the church over there, which is a funny juxtaposition to be dealing with cocaine right next to that church.
Maybe, but it's not like they're going to be in there blowing up the entire standings.
But then everyone was like, "All right, the 18s from last year, like when people were doing their pre-season like previews, they're talking about the only team that would drop out from the 8 teams from last year would be the Mavericks, for the most part. That's what people were saying.
Yeah.
And the Jazz would win 50 games, and the Timberwolves would make the playoffs. So that's 9 teams. 9 teams can't make the playoffs, Sam.
I know. People aren't that smart. I mean, you're the guy who wanted to look up ISIS beheading videos and Battle of Stalingrad videos last year.
I looked up Battle of Stalingrad videos because I'm a historian at heart, but it wasn't me who was really pushing for the ISIS beheading as I remember.
It was you.
Okay, maybe it was.
It was definitely you,
I know.
because it wasn't me, and there was no one else in that
It was
conversation.
because it was who was it? Elijah. He was like,
Oh, right, yeah, he was there.
because he's the one that
Rip.
showed it for me. Maybe I was pushing for it, and he was like, I wasn't expecting him to say yes, and then immediately as soon as I saw the video, I immediately regretted it. I remember for like the rest of that study hall, I just wasn't the same. I was like covering my neck because I was just scared of getting my throat slit. Ugh.
Yeah, you are.
That was a horrible video to watch.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
Hey, I think I'm a tougher person for watching that beheading.
And I'm a smarter person for not watching it.
Fantastic English presentation. I was presenting a book review
Ooh.
on it's called The Fisherman by Chigozie Obiama.
Oh, right, the book that you read like 3 months ago.
Yeah, I don't know why she wants to write a review on it. Like, it's literally been like 6 months since everyone has read it. Some people didn't even read it at all, like Dantes, and he had a presentation, and it was like one of the best presentations in class. And he was like, as soon as he sat down, he was like, I didn't even read the damn book, and everyone just bust out laughing. That was near him. So anyway, I did not prepare one bit because I found out that we had to present our review the evening before. I looked on Google Classroom, like, well, all right, I can improvise. I'm good at doing that in class for some reason. But to tell you the truth, I didn't, like when I was presenting, I didn't go into depth about the book that much. I spoke in more abstract terms. Like the stuff I said this book was the perfect dichotomy of art. It speaks. It has a world unto itself, which is entertaining and has a message, but it also speaks to the world we live in, which is the point of art. Which I would say, people are like, damn, that's profound.
Point of art is to push the boundaries. Point of avant-garde art.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say art is to push the boundaries. To like to commentate on the bounds that are there.
To penetrate the human condition.
Oh, get out of my face with that human condition BS. That means nothing to me.
And
Anyway,
you need to take you should have taken art history this year. It will change your life.
think of it like this: PE or art history.
Art history.
No, that's dumb. Man, I really wish I took media arts. Too bad. Cause I had to apply to UNO, and they wanted 3 letters of recommendation. I'm like,
Ooh.
I didn't even want to ask for the one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I made up my new genre of books, which is like super redundant. It's called Nigerian tragic fiction,
Why?
and everyone in the class they just loved it for some reason. And my teacher,
my God.
she loved it for some reason. It's just so stupid. The
You're right, it is very stupid.
tragedies are inherently fiction. I mean, I guess they're not. But
No, they aren't.
most,
Tragedies can happen.
I don't know. I'm talking about like the genre, like you read like the story.
Yeah,
of
the
Oedipus.
genre of those things can happen in real life.
I mean, they can, but what? All right, so maybe it's not as dumb then, because it makes sense then. I wanted to be as a
No, it's redundant because it's not. I was gonna say because it's Nigerian. It's like the joke. Have you ever had Ethiopian food? No, neither have they. Like there is no such thing as Ethiopian food. Like there's no such thing as a non-tragedy in a Nigerian fiction.
Well,
that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
It does. It's different though with the food thing because Nigeria is speaking about the conditions that's like pretty much unique to Nigerians and surrounding countries. Like their story is way different from like United States. They didn't get well, I guess they get colonized. Like we got colonized a little bit, but Louisiana didn't get colonized in the same way they did. And
no one got colonized in the same way that Africa did by the Europeans.
Yeah.
European.
I mean, you can draw some comparisons, but I mean that's not the point of this. I made a new genre, Nigerian tragic fiction. They loved it. People referred to it later. I had a couple of jokes in there. I said this was one of the best books of the year for just no reason. That's just a wild statement. I only read like 2 books a year. But Miss Brown, she said there are about 60,000 published books every year. And then I said right after that, boy, it's at least better than 59,000 of those. And people like that. I also, I just finished it up by reading a couple of my paragraphs, which I talked about my expectations. I was like, most summer reading books are trash. So my expectations were like really surpassed or whatever. And some other stuff was in there. And like, when I finished up and I got a roaring applause and it felt great. Again, no preparation. So fuck the guy who said that we can't improv on episode 17 because that's the only reason I got this far, and I'm about to go to college just based on my improv skills. So
you didn't mean that, GG. I was this was like right before I moved down here. I had a friend sleep over the other night, and then because her parents were out of town.
Oh,
we were like 3, Mark. Well, not 3. We were like 8.
Oh.
7 or 8. So she comes to the game with us for whatever reason, and I'm playing third base, and one of my friends is batting, and we do the coach pitch thing. He hits the ball. It comes right at me, bounces up over my glove, and right there. And there was runners on first and second. So I crawl over to third base, get the out, try and throw him out at first.
Crawl.
I crawled because I was in pain. I got the out, and I didn't realize there were 2 outs. I think there were 2 outs. So it ended there, but I had to go sit on the bench. The coach female coach put an ice pack down my pants, and that was the most uncomfortable. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever. I don't do public stuff anymore.
Oh, so was that? Wait, you said that was a game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then there was another time I was even younger. I was like 5. I was playing in the sand because I'm a dumb 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I get hit in the ear with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It scrapes past my ear. I shouldn't leave my house. Calculus.
Man, I don't know if I have the energy to go all in on it right now, but you should have saw me yesterday. I was just seething because of this. I don't like her, okay? So her name is MissedLayup. She's a new teacher. You haven't seen her before, I'm guessing.
Oh.
She called me out during one of my sister's classes. My sister is a freshman, by the way. She takes Algebra 1, and I take Pre-Calculus, like I said. And she was talking about, my sister asked her, when is tutoring? And she said, well, I don't have tutoring today because I'm giving out test retakes, which your brother needs to go to. Or whatever. She mentioned my name somehow.
That's not how you don't do that.
For one, why don't you just say when tutoring is and stop being a douche? Because you always say, oh, I can't do it today. Just say when it is. 2, why do you I know you brought me up because you know that's my sister. But why would you bring me up in that context? You're just being a douche because I have a C on that test and the highest you get is a C. So why would I take the test? So why would I come back? So screw you. 3, she is the reason why my grade went down. Well, I mean, she's partially the reason. I mean, at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. But, I mean, she's partially the reason why my grades went down because at the beginning of the year, I sat with Aries, and he just knows everything about math.
Yeah. So
he just like helping me on the problems and had like an 82, 83. And if I took more tests with him by my side, I wasn't cheating or nothing, but he was just helping me through the problems when we were learning it. Because Miss Schneider's not that great of a teacher. So he like helped me through the stuff, and I was gonna probably have a B at the end of the semester. But then she switched the seating arrangements, moved me away from Aries, and I'm sitting by people that don't know how to do math, just like I don't know how to do math. So the blind can't lead the blind in a situation. So I did that for about a month. My grade dropped about 7 points. So instead of having an 82, I have a 75 now. That sucks. I have one more test left and then the final exam, so I'm probably gonna be at a C. But it's still just enough, so if I mess this up, I'm gonna have a D. The fourth thing is, I'm a senior.
Yeah.
None of this matters really. All I have to do is get a 2.0 and I'm good.
As long as you, keep it up.
And I'm probably already accepted to college. I just haven't checked the mail since I turned my application in, which has been like a month from now. So my grades might not even matter at all. All I have to do is just stay in school, basically. A 5. She acted all surprised if she put me back with Aries recently. Like this past week, she moved the seating arrangement back to where it was. So I'm sitting right next to Aries again. Well, thanks. You waited till 1 week before final exams. Thank you very much. You're like, oh, y'all back together now. I'm like, you knew. You knew.
Whoa, okay.
I just don't like her. And then she always talk about her motorboat club. What's it called? Sailor club.
Sailor club.
She was, she's like into like
Yachting?
Not yachting.
Canoeing?
Not canoeing. It's like the big like
Sailboat.
Sailboat club. That's what.
There
it is.
we go. Sailing. Yeah, sailing club. That was the first thing you said.
No, I said motorboat club.
You're disgusting.
I like saying motorboat club, but
are you really want to say that in the context
of
a female teacher?
She's gross, by the way. Her skin is like.
Well, that's not.
Her skin is like like the chocolate pudding, right?
No.
The chocolate and the vanilla pudding, like in layers in the one pack. And if you I had this as a kid, if you mix it up, it makes it like this really nasty, like or her skin is like when you mix ketchup and what is it? And mayonnaise together, it makes it like this brown, nasty substance. And like it looks like every morning she just slaps that on her face.
Mark, please stop.
It's just gross looking.
I'm getting sick. Just thinking about this thing.
I mean, she's a nice lady and all, but she just can't teach math. Like, she gets this other teacher, this new teacher called Miss Hodges. She gets her work, kind of like the Miss Lewis, Miss Morehouse dynamic. She gets her work, her outlines, and gives them to us. And she's reading Miss Hodges' notes because she doesn't know how to do it. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. It's been a year since I taught this. This stuff is easy to forget. I'm like, you're a pre-cal teacher. What are you talking about? You taught this last year. You're not fit to be here. I am an above average student. You obviously an average teacher.
You want to cut out this portion of the podcast?
No, I don't.
Send it to Franklin's
CEO. Not CEO, maybe the students, but not. Well, if I could do this with some anonymously, that's
why I said cut out this part of the podcast.
Oh yeah. You could do it anonymously. I'm all for it. Get this whole fired just for the future class.
I'm not for getting anyone fired. But
why?
Just because it's a terrible thing to do.
But
even if they don't deserve their job, or if they don't belong at a place, it's still a pretty crappy thing to do.
Brock Osweiler is the Vikings starting QB.
No.
You're still not firing him?
No. No.
See, your morals change when it comes to something you really care about, Sam.
I'm not gonna fire him.
Really?
I'm not gonna be happy, but I'm not gonna fire him.
And then his contract is huge, so you can't trade. Like, you really can't trade anything for him because
it's like death threats. It's never a defensible thing to ruin someone's life like that.
Are you really?
Or accusing someone of rape. Even if it's false, you've still ruined their life.
Okay. You had me until you said the last example. I don't think you compared that to this.
No, I'm saying, just doing things to deliberately hurt someone as a person.
No, I'm not doing this to hurt them. I'm doing this to help everyone else and myself.
But it's going to hurt her, and you're trying to hurt her. You're helping yourself by hurting her, and you know that's what you're doing.
Well, I'm okay with it because we're hurting one person and we're helping literal hundreds of pre-cal students of the future.
I don't know how I feel about this. You can do what you want.
I mean, she's probably gonna get fired by herself because
You do what you
the
want.
same way Mr. Fram got fired, and Mr. Fram was 100 times better. We didn't get fired, but it was like
He left.
it was a mutual.
Split.
Yeah. Anyways,
You listen to rap?
do you see the color of my skin? Yes. Men cry a lot. They just don't show it. They don't want to admit it. It's like jerking off. You don't want to admit it in front of your family, but you do.
Why does it always go back to that?
Hey, it goes back to two things: slavery and pleasuring yourself. Two most influential things.
Bush did 9/11 while owning slaves and pleasuring himself.
Well, the things in history come from either having slaves or not having slaves, or being able to be pleasured or not being able to be pleasured.
So, have we ever talked about this on the show? Going to VidCon?
Going to VidCon? No, I don't think we have.
I don't know. You interested in it?
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke up in a bit of a cold sweat this morning because I was worried what would happen if like you got invited to VidCon
And you didn't?
for your second channel, or I got invited for my second channel, but neither of us got invited like for this.
Oh, do you have nightmares about that?
Like if one of us had to go without the other. Well, when you had to go without me, it was a nightmare. When I had to go without you,
it was a dream.
it was kind of a positive dream. No offense.
It's fine.
I just don't know how people could like that.
I mean, the only reason I used to watch the ASMR food videos because I just like I want to eat that food, but I can't. Like I'm only watching it.
That's
for the
why
food.
we watch the food channel.
Well, I don't have cable, so.
Oh, fair. Make you feel, Mark?
Oh my god, can you put it on like 10,000%? I'm just.
Oh, Mark, you were just asking for it to be faster.
Rosie O'Donnell's biggest enemy
The Donald?
was Donald Trump. Donald. Donald.
TRMP?
Donald Trump. There you go. Nope, that's not it. Trump. Donald Trump.
Did you mean to spell Donald wrong?
Sure. X defend, X attack that we just used. We just got, I mean. Nope. What do you mean?
There's no PP.
We got ether or something, right?
Nope.
We got some PB berries or. Hold on.
See how wrong it can just all go so wrong so quick.
No, there's nothing I could do.
You can switch out.
But I'm switching out to a bird Pokemon that's 5 levels weaker. Oh
Yeah, you're
no!
You are absolutely in the best position to win right now.
Oh my god!
How does it feel?
Don't feel good. I'll speed up then. It's nothing I could do. Wait a second. Since the defense cannot be lowered anymore, it's gonna be super weak. Maybe Donald Trump could get like a mega crit or something.
That was pretty good. Crit, 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 crit. Okay. This is a lot of work for me to handle.
I don't know what happened. It was all right just a week ago. Of course you calling me. Yo, Amanda, how's it going? This is Joe. You got a minute?
No, you're dead. You're dead.
Rather to look at
Sign
sharper
off.
than before.
Sign off.
Somebody's calling me.
It's your dad.
Okay. Well, comment, rate, subscribe, and that's the Nuzlocke, guys. I mean, it's very unsatisfactory.
We are going to start Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire next. Or Emerald.
We'll just do Emerald.
Okay. We're going to start Pokemon Emerald next. It's going to be me playing. We're not going to speed through it again. We're going to take our time, spend our money,
I'm really disappointed with the Sniper Elite games because you shoot somebody in the head, like they have like the nice slow mo, the bullet going through their head. But when you get out of that mode, it's just a body that's just not moving anymore. Like you can't see the brain coming out. I want to see the brain coming out, Sam. We'll move on.